What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're having an experiment of sorts, and we're gonna try playing some goblins in standard. I know it's not really a thing, but I mean, people like goblins. There's enough goblins, so we figured we'd see if we can make it work. And the original idea came from somebody in our Discord, which, by the way, I tried to go back through the messages because this was like, it feels like it was 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't find who it was, so I apologize. But this was not really my idea. They pitched the idea to do goblins. I cleaned it up to see if I could make it work as a viable standard deck. These are going to be the first games you get to see me play with it, so I have no idea if it's even going to function, but we're going to find out. And I want to make sure that I give a thank you to my sponsor, Cardsphere.com. If you haven't checked them out, please do so. They are a great place to find cards you want at the price you want and sell stuff at the price you want. It's very cool. Check them out. Their site is Cardsphere.com. And remember, if you haven't, please like this video. Honestly, subscribe to the channel to help me out just for going through these crazy exercises and trying these wild decks and giving you something new and different. But I'm sure you're interested to see what this is all about, so let's go take a look at the deck. Okay, so we're starting out very easy with this list. It's kind of the obvious cards. Goblin Banneret. It does have Mentor, so it can help pump your other goblins, which is kind of nice. Weaselback Redcap, we don't really love, but he kind of has the same ability as the Banneret, just without the Mentor, so we'll give it a go. Playing some Conspicuous Snoop. This is a card you see people trying to throw into a lot of goblins lists, and sometimes it's better than others. Honestly, we may need to be playing 4 in this list. I don't know, but we're going to give it a shot even with 3 and just see how often we really use the ability. The concern is that we could be spending mana anyway trying to activate these two and possibly, trying to cast some other cards. So it just may not be that great at first, but we'll find out. We also have Ember Hauler, which is nice as a way to do some extra damage and possibly finish off an opponent or a creature in combat. Playing Domir's Ambush as a way to fight some things and make our stuff a little bit bigger. Zerta Goblin because he's a goblin. Playing Krenko alongside Legion Warboss. We're going to have the ability to make a whole lot of tokens and attack with a lot of stuff. Plus we have a few things that can put counters on Krenko as well when you start looking later in the list. When you have like Grumgully, we've got Rhythm of the Wild, we've got Domir's Ambush. So lots of opportunity there. Playing a couple of Domri just as another way to kill creatures, and it can pump all of those tokens we could potentially be getting. The Grumgully that we mentioned just lets all your other goblins get bonuses, which is nice. Rhythm of the Wild, which we haven't played in a long time, but this could be the right kind of deck for it. Mostly because you can play a Krenko or a Warboss right then and start getting the bonuses immediately, which is really nice. Playing some Icon of Ancestry because it's a theme deck. We have a bunch of goblins, so why not? Debating how many Castle Empress this list should have. I feel like maybe it should have a third one. But I don't know. We do have a moderate amount of green cards. I mean, what's that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need to have some other sources in here. And if you get the Forest, Castle Empress draw, it's not going to be great. So you got to be careful about that. So we'll see how that plays out the rest of the way. But we'll add the styles and fancy up our deck. And then we're going to go take it into the arena and see how it does. All right, this hand's obviously a keeper, so we're going to rock and roll with it and see what happens here. Would be nice if this little guy had haste, but unfortunately it does not. So we're going to take 2 here, put this into play. Well, I guess it's the little thing he's riding is making the noise. I have no idea what's even going on with that. Let's go ahead and kill this because this symbiote can make stuff much bigger than we can handle. As it's kind of obvious the opponent's playing some type of mutate deck here. Not sure what that means to this extent, so we're just going to attack with this Weaselback Redcap. The opponent chooses not to block. We are not going to pump there. Put this into play tapped. Let's go ahead and make a Zerta Goblin as a 4/4. Mostly because if they play one of the 3/4 mutate creatures or whatever, we could still attack into it next turn, which is exactly what happened there. So now we have the choice on... Well, actually, no. This is actually fine. We can just do this. Choose Goblin. And then play this. And then we'll just attack here with this Zarta Goblin. Now, this is not going to be good if something like Sterix or something comes down here. Nope, we actually got that one. Oh, see, these hands are a lot more difficult. I think we keep it, though. Obviously, we would prefer to have a one-mana thing here, but being able to just play Ember Hauler on 2, War Boss on 3 might be fine on its own. They're just coming out of the gate with the Fairy Guide Mother. What is this? Is it just blue-white flyers, maybe? If so, this is going to be interesting, because we can get into a race scenario, and these ambushes are going to actually be very important here. I assume we tap out and play another flyer? That's what we would hope. They opted not to. Not as big a fan of that. Let's play this. Because I'd rather that get countered than our only other real creature. Interesting. I'm gonna brazen bar that. Great. That is totally fine if that's the worst thing that's gonna happen this turn. Say we are definitely winning the race, so that was not a concern either for us. Alright, so we have no real incentive to play Rhythm of the Wild here. So our plan is going to be... I think... Man, we could really do some stuff and, like, shoot, like, the Miscreant and shoot the Spheres, or, Watcher of the Spheres, and just take them both down this turn. And then next turn try to just play the War Boss, which could be kind of cool. I think that is what we're going to do. We'll attack, see if they block and just make it easy on us. I doubt it. Okay, then we'll just take out the Miscreant. I mean, that's probably a waste of that second ambush, honestly, because we'd rather take down like an Imperial Eagle or something. Empyrean Eagle. But we're winning the race enough as it is, and this could pump up our thing, so like, I don't know. We're not really fearing much right now. Just trying to decide how we want to spend our mana is the thing. I think I'm going to attack with this. That puts them the 9. So they're 7 effective right now, because we can always sack the Ember Hauler for 2. I think we're just going to end the turn. And then hopefully draw a land next turn. That's what we're really hoping to do, because then we get to attack with a 3/3. Well, we'd give it haste, so it wouldn't be a 3/3. And then we could attack with Ember Hauler, or we could just make those bigger. Either way, like, lots of options here. Alright, we might be dead next turn if they have a, what is that thing? The, untap, give your guys +2/+2, whatever. Alright, well, we're gonna do the one thing we can do from here. Like I said, I just got overzealous on those ambushes. I should have just left them with the 1/1. It wasn't doing anything. We'll just see if we're dead here. I'm pretty sure we are, but we'll go through the motions anyway. Oh, actually, we're not technically dead. Mostly because... if they go to play it, we could shoot this, and that would only end up being 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Would not kill us, actually. And then we could possibly get them on the return swing, which is kind of funny. No, I wouldn't have quite enough. We'll get them for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd be short 1. Oh, no, but they'd be getting bonuses from that. Oh, that'd be real close. Alright, here they come. Nothing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really? Really? Okay. We're still in this and we don't even have to give up our 5/5? Must be another brazen bar or something, right? Oh man. Okay, now we need a land for sure. Okay, we got a land. Now we just gotta decide what to do. We can attack with 3, 6, 7, 8. That's the only thing I can fit. No, it's probably another blocker of some kind. That's unfortunate. So we can play this with haste would be 3. The token would be a 2/2. So that's 5. 6, because we give it mentor. Man, we're still going to come up one short. That hurts. I don't know if we have a rail out here. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I guess I just have to see if they just have it. If they don't have anything, then we just win anyway, right? So we got to do this. Go with this route and play along the fact that they just may not have it. It's like where the... Right, haste. Wait, what's happening? Why does he get... Oh, because he has his own. I forgot. He gets riot twice. Oh, that was totally not in my math at all. That's so good. That literally is like the best thing. I totally forgot. I get double riot. So yeah, that should be game then. Sorry, y'all. I literally forgot. And I play Zertog Goblin all the time. I just hadn't played Rhythm of the Wild in so long. I forgot that Riot stacked. Yeah, even if they have a bounce spell or something to target one of these, that's exact. Yeah, I'll just sacrifice it because I know the last card in their hand. Yep. Alright. Okay, this looks interesting. This is like the most aggressive hand, I guess if you want to call it aggressive, as we can get, I guess. We do keep drawing a lot of these Ember Haulers. Don't know what that means. Alright. I assume this means we're going to be staring at a growth spiral. Because that's what always happens. Oh, not even a growth spiral. Okay. Well. Homunculus. Paramonculus. Okay. Well. That's cute. Don't really want to put our war boss at risk there, so let's simply oh wait, oh dang it, I forgot. Those other lands don't make green. Alright. Well, let's attack with this. Okay, we'll take that. I'm just playing sloppy today, y'all. Though, maybe it's for the better, honestly. I probably should be saving this ambush. Maybe subconscious me was overriding the pilot me. Sort of what it feels like. Let's see what happens here, though. Opponent has 4 mana. Build Mage Come. Alright, we can pay 2 and tap it. Each creature you control enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter, or you can move a counter. Alright. Seems fair. They're giving it a +1/+1 counter. Okay. Well, we may go ahead and try to use this ambush then, after all. Oh, and they brought. Well, jeez. Okay then, opponent. You know what? I'm gonna let this little Snoop get some action. I don't even want that, because I'm gonna get this out of the way. So this feels pretty good, because next turn we can Domri, then play this, or we can War Boss into that. Like, there's a few things we can do here. Ooh, there's Krenko, though. That's nice. Let's go ahead and play Krenko. Let's Snoop. Love that you can hear Krenko's coins. That's so funny. Alright, next turn has potential to be big here. Proliferate? Alright. Well, you have nothing with counters. Oh, they're just using it to draw a card. Got it. Drawing a card. Got it. So on Krenko attacks, he'll get a +1/+1. I think we're just going to play Domri and play Ember Hauler. Might be the plan. Or Domri, pump a Weasel back. That's probably okay too. Well, unfortunately, playing a second Krenko off the top of the library doesn't really do much. We're going to act like that's not a thing. Okay, do we want to pump Weasel back, or do we want to play another creature to the board? I think we go ahead and just... we get mana either way. I'm just trying to decide. Excuse me. With them playing what they're playing, though, I think this is the better option. And then we'll just attack with those. And then next turn, you know, we'll have all of this going on. So, and that's the thing, like, Domri plus Krenko is a big deal. Because it pumps his power, so between, like, Domri, the Domri's Ambush, and the Rhythm of the Wild, you can really do some stuff. We're not worried about it. We already got our money's worth out of it. I mean, there's lethal on the board if nothing else even happens. And they gave me a 4/3 frog, not even a 3/3. Because it's a weird frog lizard thing. That doesn't look very much frog-like. Very much lizard-like, though. I have an opponent that's came all the way from Innistrad. It's the champion of the parish. I think that's where it's from, right? Champion of the parish was Innistrad, right? The second go-round. Alright, we'll keep this, see what happens. So far, not great, but we do get to play as Zertai Goblin and then either of these, which is not bad, really. Let's see if the opponent uses a removal spell here. Seeing as how they didn't tap, I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a 3/3 in case there's something like a, I don't know, Bone Crusher Giant, so they don't stomp it or something here. Yeah, they're definitely going to be playing shots and stuff if that's the style of deck they're playing, so let's hold tight. Interesting. If we don't kill it now, what happens? Because that is a real question. Because it's like if we play the War Boss, I guess the question is, can this get to 4/4 next turn before it? Because I'm just thinking if they play Shock on a War Boss, and then they draw a card, and they draw a card, like this 4/4, that could be annoying. If it's only a 3/3, have a shot at killing it, even with the remaining token, that, and an ambush. So yeah, we're going to go for it. If they killed everything, then we're just wrecked anyway. Not going to worry about that too much. I mean, I almost just played Ember Hauler and just killed it, because that would have been a reasonable option as well. But I was trying to figure out like what way allows us to advance our board better and still do what we want. One option would have been to play Domri and then try to kill it. The problem is, knowing this has haste and whatnot, like it could have ended up poorly for us. Alright, so it did reach 2-2, which we don't like. Oh, why is Zertog Goblin so gonna get bounced, isn't it? That really makes us sad. Makes us very, very sad. It's just a bad spot to be caught in. Oh, boy. Got punished, though. Just gotta figure out what those other cards are. Man, the problem is, too, playing Domri means we don't get any other play here if Domri gets countered. And that hurts. Let's just do this, I suppose. See what happens. I feel like if they had like a 3-mana thing for Zertog Goblin, it would have just happened and they would have attacked us for 3. And they would have risked only taking 2 from one of our smaller creatures. Okay, that works. I guess we're going to play that then. Well, depending on what the opponent does, next turn gets to be big, because then we can play Domri and the Icon. This is turning out a little bit better. I thought we were going to get crushed that last turn for, you know, greediness, but apparently not. Apparently not. Our greed factor was not too high. Okay, how do we want to do this? Opponent's at 12. We can make this a 5, 6, 5, and a 4-3. Or we could play this, and this. Only makes that a 3 power though, so that's not so good. I think this is what we do. Because realistically, if the opponent decides to attack, it's kind of our favorite anyway, as we're going to have an extra damage coming through, plus we can sack this.
Let's just fight.
Well, hold that thought. We could also just fight this Crackling Drake, right? Because let's say we do play this and we attack. Opponent blocks. Let's say Zertog Goblin. And they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to 5. They could take 6, 7, 8, 9. Go to 3 if they blocked there. Yeah, I think we just put it on them. Make them choose.
I bow to no one.
And if we draw a land, we get to play this and search for a goblin. I think we still only attack with the 2, though. I think is the plan. I mean, technically we attack with everything they have to block. Well, yeah, we do that. Because if they block this to try to live, then they're at 2 and we could just sack an Ember Hauler. Or attack with the token next turn, that'd be a 3. So yeah, we gotta. Yeah, I'm not really sure where the opponent wants to block here. I mean, part of me says like they want to block the Ember Hauler so they don't take an extra 2. But then they're still going to be at 3. If you block the Zertog Goblin, you'd only take 7 to get 5. But then you're still at 3 effective. Because we'd be able to shoot anyway. And the Ember Hauler could possibly take out another creature. But I think with them being at 3 here, this is just going to end up being it. Yeah, they're having to 2-for-1 a Zertai Goblin, so we don't feel too bad about this. Even if they had another shock, I would have felt pretty good. Because we were going to get a 3-3 attacker here. Or 3-2 attacker. Well, y'all, I mean, the deck works. I don't even know what to say about it. It was kind of just an experimental thing that I thought was going to maybe go 50-50. Now, admittedly, at least 2 of the decks we played against weren't what I would call very good decks anyway. But, I mean, against the spells deck, the Izzet deck toward the end, that's a thing you're going to run into fairly commonly at the lower to mid levels, for sure, of the ladder. And it held up fine. So, yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I will say it does have enough resiliency, and it is fairly fast enough that it can actually hang with some of the slower decks, which is kind of interesting. It does have the resiliency from the icons and all the token makers, which helps. It probably struggles, I would assume, against a sacrifice list, but I'm not totally sure. Mostly because you have a bunch of 1 and 2 toughness things, which could be a problem. But, you know, maybe you can hold up against other stuff. I guess it would also come down to the type of draw they got, because you do have stuff like Ember Hauler, which could kill Priest of Forgotten Gods. You do have Domri's Ambushes that could potentially help you take out Mayhem Devils. So I don't know, maybe it's closer than I think it is. But yeah, if you want something different and you have the cards, go for it. Give this one a try. It's actually a fun deck to play. It's kind of interesting. All the cards in the list got to come into play and do some things, so that was kind of nice. So yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't change a whole lot. This is one of the few I think that I put together and got it close to right the first time. I don't know if this is like its final form, but you know, like, it's pretty good as it is. So yes, whichever person was in the Discord that was talking about playing Goblins, thanks. I mean, sometimes it's just like that. You just get an idea and it's a catalyst for the next project, you know? Anyway, if you like this video or just enjoy Goblins, like it, and remember to subscribe to the channel. That's really helping me out. For those of you that have been coming on board, thank you so much. It's really helping the channel grow. You know, we're getting anywhere between like 15 and 30 new subscribers a day, so thank you. And you know, it's awesome. It helps, it makes it just more rewarding to be able to put this out and have that many people kind of coming along for the rest of the ride. So if you haven't, again, please hit subscribe and remember to hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time I have one of these wacky experiments up. Anyway, that's all I have for today. We'll see you next time.